Hello, dear listeners. I am back, Coachbusi on Toast Talks. How have you been since our last episode? Now, today, I have the pleasure of having a Toastmaster all the way from Mauritius, Toastmaster Dilshaad. Welcome to Toast Talks with Coach Busi. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Coach Busi. How are you?
It is so good to have you on Toast Talks with Coach Busi. I have heard so many good things about you. That's one thing I love about Toastmasters. We rave about each other. When someone is doing well, we are there to support. And recently, you were being celebrated. What was that celebration? What was the award you were getting? What was the exploits that you had done in Toastmasters?
Well, there have been many, and because we are Toastmasters, we always celebrate. There is always an occasion for celebration. The latest one in date was no later than last week, when District 74 concluded its year, that is on 30th of June, and we got to know which was the best division. And that happened to be under my leadership. It was Division B for District 74 for last year. That is, it got concluded on 30th of June 2024. We were the only division rather, who achieved President Distinguished status. That was a great honor, and also it is a privilege to be serving such a district. District 74 has a reputation of its own, as we all know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Allow me to say congratulations on that achievement. I was area director, and just getting my area to be president distinguished was not something I could achieve. So I am trying to think, getting a whole division. Girl, you worked. I applaud you. You worked. And I know you didn't do it alone. So congratulations to you and your team. Now, I started there because it was burning inside. What I'd like to know, together with the dear listeners, is how did you begin your Toastmaster journey? Take us all the way back so that we can come up to speed as to how we are now getting to celebrate the amazing person you are now.
The dream of belonging to a Toastmasters Club started when I was in high school, but I couldn't get it concluded right then because I wasn't 18 yet. And when I started university, I had to combine my university life with a full-time job. It was really easy because I couldn't find a convenient time slot. Then when I joined the workforce, some visionary people, some mentors, wanted to have our own corporate club, our own Toastmasters Club. Of course, all that dream really took form. I could see it was within reach. And I lent myself to the initiative. I even helped. Why I wanted to join Toastmasters so much is because, I was always a very shy and introvert person. They used to be good technically. I also wanted to be able to speak up. I also wanted to be able to do that, to have that impact on people, not for glamour, not for fame, but just for me to be able to speak out with that voice, which would make an impact and influence the life of people in a good way. So that was my journey. It started in 2016 when my home club, NewGen Toastmasters Club, took birth. It was started then. And that journey blossomed when in 2022, the same corporate for which I'm working wanted to have a second club. So guess what? Of course, we volunteered to have that second club in place. Yeah. And ever since, because I know the route and I know the benefits that Toastmasters bring to people, I'm always on the lookout to put that inspiration into other corporates because, my corporate is quite, I would say, them to also experience that. And if you would want me to know, to let you know, I have till date helped in the chartering of 8 clubs in all.
8 clubs.
8 clubs, yes.
Girl, you are amazing. 8 clubs. I've chartered. I've helped one, and that took a lot of work. So trying to charter new clubs is not my strength. I should come and get notes from you. You
The last
are
one, 2 days ago.
absolutely a rock. 8. That's a lot. That is a lot. Now, you mentioned that is the passion that you have, that you know what Toastmaster brings into people's lives. Do you want to share with us a personal story of some of the things, some of the benefits that you have experienced personally because of your Toastmasters journey?
Yeah. Of course, yes. Yeah, I would do that certainly in a very conventional way. Let's put it that way. I wanted to be a better version of myself, be a better public speaker. Little did I know that public speaking is just the tip of the iceberg. In other words, you have so much more to learn than just the public speaking. So much so that the soft skills, which maybe that via Toastmasters. When I learned about all that, it became very apparent to me that I shouldn't keep it to myself. Rather, I should make people know what are the real benefits. It's not just public speaker. It is all this bundle of soft skills which are so detrimental to make that profound impact on people, to make that refined professional that we are all on the lookout for in any society. So that was my mission. It was not just me, but it translated into giving back to society as well by making them know that what is the ultimate good that Toastmasters brings. So you see, there has been an evolution from me to making Toastmasters mission known, and then thirdly, to make an impact in that I am giving back to society. I am giving my time, I am giving efforts and energy so that people know what is the benefit and how that helps them to blossom.
I love that. I love that. You mentioned something that I'm passionate about, which is soft skills. I am a firm believer in people having enough skill sets. Give me some of the soft skills that you mentioned that you have drawn from being a Toastmaster. Hi, Dilshaad. Did you hear me? I'm asking about.
Yes. I've lost you for a few seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
No, you're good now. Some of the soft skills that you can mention that somebody might be able to glean from.
Absolutely. So because there are various paths, they would train you for the different perspectives, if I may put it that way. So for instance, somebody who would want to train into team collaboration, there is a path on that. Or somebody else, like myself, I started my journey with 2 paths. The first one being dynamic leadership. But then when I started that path, I thought that right at that point in time, it wasn't really what I wanted to do. So I shifted to presentation mastery because I thought that presentation mastery was the thing, the stepping stone for me to really harness what I had left back before. So I completed presentation mastery, which is in itself detrimental, I would say. It is the stepping stone for you then to build up into further paths. So again, soft skills, full training is possible via all the paths that have been, I wouldn't say revamped, but I would say reimagined, because the old methodology was good, but it's just that the reignited paths allows the individual to really be specific about what that person needs at one particular point in time.
I totally agree with you. This journey of 100 years that started with Dr. Ralph Smedley 100 years ago has been evolving over time. And we are at that point where 100 years later in 2024, we can look back and still be seeing benefit. When it started, it wasn't just for boys, but look at us now. You in Mauritius, I was born in Zimbabwe, lived in Botswana, now in the States, and we are just benefiting. A big shout out to Dr. Ralph Smedley. May he rest in peace. I hope heaven or where he is, there are windows for him to be looking down and seeing the sort of effect exactly that we do, because it has been amazing. Now, it absolutely baffles me how I find so many people around in my Toastmasters world who are encouraging, who are rallying behind me, who are saying, oh, you're still going for your distinguished Toastmaster status and this is your project, we're going to go with you. What in Toastmasters do you think ignites such a passion for people to want to help people who personally they have not met, but they feel like, I am your sister? What is it about Toastmasters? What have you witnessed that brings about this camaraderie?
I think the thing is that people who join Toastmasters, they first and foremost, they adhere to the values of Toastmasters. And I would say maybe the most important one is servant leadership. So if we are willing and we have maybe pledge or vouch to be adhering to these values, it comes out naturally, because it's not as if the person is faking those values. The person himself or herself already has been living with these values. So if the person has been living with values, it is easier for him to relate, and then, of course, to share back to that fellow colleague who he hasn't ever met, maybe he hasn't even seen. But I can give you an example. So when we are organizing club contests, it's very difficult to have a very wide panel of judges. But calling for judges from other jurisdictions, it's easier, because then you know that there wouldn't be any conflict, there would be top integrity and all. So these people don't know you, but because you're a Toastmaster and because they know that a contest needs to have a panel of judges who, for various, all these reasons have to be very distinct from the club or from the area, they would voluntarily come forward, put in that 4 hours, 6 hours, depending on the length of time. So what makes them gel together so well? What makes them be willing to spare those 4 hours, 6 hours? It's those values that we all share and that we all live by. I think these are the values which stick people together.
Do you want to share with the dear listeners these values and how you apply them?
Absolutely. So, of course, we start with respect, integrity, and trust, of course. But for me, as I've mentioned, I always have it at the bottom of my heart, servant leadership. So I'm not here, as always say, I'm not here for the fame or for the glamour. I'm here to give back to society. So this is the value that I put most emphasis on. It is the servant leadership, the wish to give back. What I'm fortunate enough for somebody to have had that vision, to have that club at that point in time when I needed it the most. So why not me also making that privilege, that opportunity known to that other community who isn't yet aware about it? So all in all, for me, in a nutshell, it boils down to servant leadership, that willingness, that passion to make other people know about the benefits that Toastmasters brings to you.
Absolutely. One of the values,
as I mentioned, it's not just it's not just self-development, it's not just soft skills development. It also allows you to have a very broad network of people whom you can rely on, whom you know will always support you. So that is the beauty of it all.
I love it. Now, another thing that has become very apparent for me as I walk down these Toastmaster corridors and streets is that Toastmasters is actually a door opener. There are doors that have been opened to me because I'm a Toastmaster. Have you found this to be the case
Yep.
in your journey?
Absolutely, I have. I'll tell you a story. It's a true one. 2 years back, I was struggling to get a promotion at work. Not struggling in the sense that I wanted it and I didn't get it. I'm a firm. I have firm beliefs in God. I know that something will only happen to you when you're ripe for it, when you're ready for it. I just wanted to maybe, I learned from my mistakes, if I can put it that way, or from the things that maybe I'm not doing so well. And I said to myself, maybe I'm not getting it because I haven't been moving out of my comfort zone that much. And I needed to do it. Though, as I've mentioned, I know what I'm good at, but I also know what I don't like to do. For instance, I would not like to be in the limelight. I don't like to be the focus of attention. And this is one of the reasons why I volunteered to be in district leadership, because then you don't have any choice. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go out and help people. And whilst doing all that, maybe without even realizing it, I sharpened those skills, which maybe my directors, my higher management, my management team didn't see in me at that point in time. And this is how, when I took the interview to become a director, it all flew naturally. I didn't have to have any, in-depth preparation because I knew the technical side. I just maybe was not able to package it in such a way as to put the best out there. So I learned all that. And it is humbly that I'm putting it forward, that it's all because this Masters taught me the skills that I'm up here now.
You are so on point, and I love your personal story because it is so true. As you were mentioning how you did not like to be in the limelight, for me, it was chartering the new club. So you and I are like opposites. I don't mind the limelight so much, but the going out and getting people to subscribe and to join and to form a new club and have one vision and start running, that for me was like, come on now, where have you been? Why should I need to persuade you? Can you not see what the benefits are for yourself? But for me to complete my Distinguished Toastmaster program, I needed to charter a club. So thankfully, I didn't need to do it alone. I had a good partner who had done it before, who was showing me the ropes, and I was learning in a safe environment and yet achieving that which I need to do. The fun part out of that is
Absolutely.
when I did it for the club, because of my faith, we go out and we minister to people, we witness to people. Do you know, it has become easier now for me to share my faith and what I believe in, which is so an important part of my life. It has become so much easier. Can you handle because of Toastmasters? The benefits are just so wide and they filter into all aspects of our lives. Dilshaad, are you family-wise? Children? Do you have children?
I relate to what you're saying. Absolutely. I relate to what you're saying. Yes, I have one child who is 17 years old. I am unfortunately a widow. But the two of us, we get so well together, and he is always in the background helping me with my Toastmasters things.
Amazing. When it comes to feedback, Toastmasters has a way of giving feedback, which is very structured and very easy to follow once you know how. With your 17-year-old son, have you seen times and places where your communication with him is easier because you are a Toastmaster?
I would say my negotiation skills have sharpened since I've joined Toastmasters. And because kids of today, you don't, it's not as we were in our days where,
True?
just giving an instruction and you would simply follow that because elders have
Yes,
spoken to you,
ma'am.
right? So with
True?
them, it's different. You have to negotiate and you have to show them that this is the best for them. So I would say again in that avenue as well, Toastmasters has helped me in the process of easing my relationship with him. It was a smooth one. I wouldn't say he is a difficult person, but it's just that whilst he was during his teens, and there are maybe difference of opinions, it was easier to
Yes.
handle because I learned how to put it forward so that he sees that he's better good is in there in the maybe in the route that I'm showing him, instead of being stubborn on what he thought was the right approach. So yes, again, in that aspect as well, Toastmasters has helped me so much so that he even knows the people I used to interact with.
Yeah.
He knows my IPDD, who is now my district advisor, and he has so much respect and in awe, particularly of my DA, my district advisor, because he is such a young gentleman and having achieved so much. So he's inspired by him. Again, you see, Toastmasters again has helped, maybe subtly, but has helped me maneuvering that difficult phase, which was handling a teenager at home.
There you go. I love it. Now, you and I had not had this discussion. I didn't know your situation. We share two things. Both of us are widows, and both of us have one child, and both of us have a child who is innately good, but the sharpening skills, because even when they're good, there are times we'll have differences of opinion. Yours is a boy, mine is a girl, yours is 17, mine is 21, but an interesting age that they're at. However, we see how being a Toastmaster has spilled over into their lives as well.
Yes.
It's so interesting. And when you do something that you're passionate about and they get to see it, they take you seriously as well. We could
Absolutely.
be sitting and watching Days of Our Lives, from morning until sunset, watching the same series over and over. But when they see us going out, giving speeches, taking roles, leading teams, and all because it's the right thing to do. We don't get paid for this. Dilshaad, do you guys get paid? I know
Oh,
in
no.
my neighborhood, we're not paid. So I think showcasing that to a generation that is growing up with it's all about me. It's so important for them to see that you can give out of your heart and serve people, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Yes.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask you to give a shout out to one rockstar Toastmaster, one Toastmaster who you think is an absolute rock star. Like I said, your name came up in conversations before we'd even spoken. And I really love this
My
idea
biggest
on Toast Talk.
inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
my biggest inspiration, or maybe from two extremes, from District 74, I'm inspired by Andrew Sura, and
Yes.
I'm also inspired by Angie Kivedo. They are two extremes, two different perspectives, two different personality, but in my mind, both of them, I would say, are complementary to each other. So these are the two people up till now whom I'm most inspired by. I'm not saying that Miss Ralph Chestnut's medley is none, but it's just that these people I relate easily to. I've known them, and they are really, for now, my role models.
I love that. I love that. Particularly the way you very keenly say they are complementary but different. That is also the power of Toastmasters. You come with your personality the way it is. Personality wise, they are different. But when it comes to impact, They are both very impactful, comfortable in their own skins. And I immediately passed District Director Angie. She ran that ship like a boss, I tell you, a rock star. There was nothing that we didn't want to do. When she said we're going to have 2 sustainable districts at the end of her term, boy, did she nail it. District 74, absolutely rocking it, and District 129 coming up, fired up, and things are moving. I respect both of them. And as for distinguished Toastmaster Andrew Tsuro, that's another salute area right there. He's just so influential, so inspiring, rock star Toastmaster. Now, I'm going to ask you, Toastmaster Dilshaad, to just speak to anybody who'll be listening, our dear listeners, of which there are many, because Toastmasters, we follow each other and we invite other people on. Whatever is on your heart that you would like to share with the listeners, the podium is yours.
Dear listener, maybe you're not yet a Toastmaster. Maybe you didn't know about Toastmasters, but now you know. So you don't have the excuse, I would say, not to volunteer, to at least attend that one meeting. That one meeting, I'm sure, would be that tilting point for you to be so comfortable whilst you have been attending that club meeting that you would want to have more of it. And by so doing, you would learn the benefits that will accrue to you. Starting with you, you would want those benefits to also be rubbed to your neighbor, to your friend, to your spouse. So please take that bold step. Go to that one club, attend that first meeting, and you will see the difference that Toastmasters will start making to your life. That's my promise to you. I can vouch for it.
And I am there saying amen. I can vouch right alongside with you. That is such a good motivation. This is not just about you, as we have seen. It's about where you work. It's about your neighbors. It's about your children. The next generation are watching. And I really don't know another holistic way that you can teach etiquette, you can teach communication, you can showcase kindness, respect, a way of giving feedback and motivating those around you. And at the end of the day, everyone with a mouth needs to not just talk, because talking, anybody talks, but we want to speak so that people can hear what you're saying, can be motivated, and can understand with clarity what you will be communicating through to them. Toastmasters, I guarantee you, will assist you in making your voice crystal clear. Toastmaster Dilshaad, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your participation. And I just wish you all the best in your Toastmasters journey. You are one of those who I know is a Toastmaster for life. So I know that our running ins in the Toastmaster world is going to be an ongoing journey. One of these days, we may meet each other at a convention, or unless I decide to come to Mauritius or you come to Indiana, and we can always hook up. Thank you so much for today. Dear listeners, I told you she was amazing. She wins awards. She goes ahead and charters clubs. She is just a rock star. And I had to bring her to this channel for you to hear. If you need to get a hold of her, if you want to know more about her club, just get in touch with me. Otherwise, find a club near you and become a Toastmaster. Dear listener, I will see you on the next episode of Toast Talks with Coachbusi. Signing off, over and out.